morning, afternoon, evening to you viewers. This is Rye here, and I am putting my 2 cents regarding what recently happened at the Super Bowl, which is Taylor Swift getting epically booed by the crowd. A lot of people believe that the reason she got booed was because of basically MAGA Republicans, MAGA movement, having to just not like Taylor Swift because Trump doesn't like Taylor Swift. But y'all are overlooking two things. First off, and I'm gonna get this out of the way right now. Yes, Trump doesn't like Taylor Swift, but that's because she took some very interesting digs at him both when he was and was not president. And he had, by all rights, responded to it saying, I don't like Taylor Swift. Or was it, I hate Taylor Swift? I don't remember exactly which one it is. But he basically, responded with, he doesn't like Taylor Swift, which is his right. It's his liberty, like all of us, to like or dislike someone or something. Doesn't matter your position or station. And justly so that he responded to the boos of Taylor Swift on I don't remember True Social or X, letting know that karma's a bee. But a lot of people took that out of context to believe that he was basically abusing his power as the president by using his presidential platform to give great disdain to Taylor Swift unprovoked. Well, maybe they forgot, but he was provoked. He was just making clear that karma is a bee and that Taylor Swift is getting her just dues. And rightly so. So, and also, on another side note, he's not using his presidential platform in order to make a statement of his dislike towards Taylor Swift. Maybe a lot of people who are still questioning how the hell this dude is the president have overlooked that he got voted into as president not because once upon a time he was the president, but because he's Donald Trump and he's using his Donald Trump profile, his Donald Trump account in order to make these personal statements, which is his liberty and his right. Something that, failingly so, Biden tried to do, and nobody actually cared what the hell that dude twittered or used on X because, well, half the time, if not most of the time, he had no idea where the hell he was or what the hell he was talking about or what the hell he was supposed to be doing. So, those who have a lot of hatred towards Donald Trump and the fact that he put his 2 cents on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, regarding Taylor Swift, get over yourself. People follow Donald Trump not because he's the president, but because he's Donald Trump. The dude is a billionaire who had built billionaire companies that have been used regarding real estate and other businesses that have been very productive, very successful, very useful, and the dude is a person of merit and value, and he is followed because of that trail and legacy of merit and value that he built, not inherited like so many stupid losers who don't understand the concept of capitalism and having to make your own businesses and actually making money instead of begging for money. They don't understand that, and that's not why people follow him. They follow him because he's a successful, productive businessman who puts his money where his mouth is, which is one of the reasons why he was voted as a president in the first place. But I digress. My point regarding Taylor Swift having to get booed isn't because of Donald Trump, but because literally what's going on with the Justin Baldoni versus Blake Lively and Ronald Reynolds situation. If y'all have overlooked or forgotten for some stupid reason, maybe because you're such big Swifties, Taylor Swift helped Blake Lively to try and manipulate Justin Baldoni to create the movie It Ends With Us the way she wanted, rather than the vision that he, who got the rights to make the movie, and basically was directing and producing it, or just directing it, uh, to change it from the vision he had because of his position of, having to make the project happen in the first place. And Blake Lively was simply meant to be hired on as an actress being and not simply dragged along for the ride because of her stardom. No. But for some reason she wanted to be greedy. She and Ryan wanted to basically have the movie for God knows what reason and turn it into a romantic florals and lovey-dovey kind of thing when Justin Baldoni's purpose for having to make the movie was to address a very serious and very important conversation and subject of domestic violence, domestic abuse. And nobody likes Taylor Swift because of the role she played in helping to make that happen. And I remember the first time I ever found out about Taylor Swift was like around midnight over at a freaking Walmart, and I saw this person on screen, apparently well dressed, very beautiful, very lovely, but looked like she was singing. And I never really caught on to any interest of wanting to get to know who she was. I was just wondering why I saw her on the screen so much. Found out who she was, found out what she sung, and I really didn't take a liking to her, so I'm not a Swiftie. But I also don't have any, ill will towards her, with the exception of just own who you are and what the you did. Don't make it seem like, oh, you're innocent and everyone's using you. Just be you and own the fact that you did what you did and you said what you said. Because we can't fake people. We've had 4 years previously of fake people trying to run the White House under the fake impression that they're doing it for the people, when in fact they were doing it for the possessiveness of the people rather than the empowerment of the people's individuality. That being said, again, I digress. My point is this: I believe the reason for the booze, you could say half and half, you could say whatever, but I believe a lot of it had to do with the fact that she helped Blake Lively try and destroy Justin Baldoni, and no one likes or loves her for it. Maybe the diehard Swifties are willing to forgive her for her role in this, or pretend that, she's innocent. But the majority of people have brains and understand that this was intentional. It wasn't that she was being used. And to say what she said about encouraging Justin Baldoni to, follow Blake's script rather than the one he, as a director or producer or whatever it is that he has control over, rather than follow his vision and his version of what the movie is meant to turn out to be. And honestly, personally, I would actually like to see the cut that not Blake, that Justin had in mind for the movie, because the way I saw it promoted, I actually didn't care to watch the movie and therefore I didn't watch it. Why would I want to watch a movie about a potential romance with a guy I barely know and Blake Lively? The only time I actually wanted to watch a Blake Lively movie personally was in Adeline, and it was a very interesting movie. It was a very interesting story. Granted, I felt like something was a bit off in the movie regarding Blake and her romantic chemistry with, the guy in the story. But that being said, it was a good movie, but it wasn't a great movie. So, moving on, I believe that's why the booze took place. Yes, I'm sure there are some Trump supporters out there who were there who definitely didn't like Taylor Swift for her dig at Donald Trump, and that's their liberty, that's their fair, honest, and liberty to do. But I definitely think a lot of people are overlooking the fact that a lot of this booing has most likely to do with, the Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively, and Justin Baldoni's situation. So, anyways, that's all I have to share for right now. Y'all have a wonderful evening, and God bless America.